Good evening, everybody. This is Rabbi Karen, and we're here for our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. So welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you're here to join us. And we're here on Facebook. We're here on Sim Shalom. We are here on UJUC, JSLI, Rabbi Stephen Blaine page. We are on YouTube, and we're on simshalom.com. So you can't get rid of us. We're all over the place. So welcome to everybody. I'm so glad you can be here to share this evening with me. And let us get ready to begin. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. And now our call to praise. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due, now and forever. Ha'ma'ariv ha'ravim. I love to look at the sunrises and the sunsets. I've always loved them, but here in Florida, they are spectacular. But it's a physical reminder of Adonai's miracle of separating light from dark and dark from light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bivaro ma'ariv ha'ravim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, u'v'tvuna mishanei tim, u'mahalif et hazmanim, with wisdom you open gateways, with understanding you alter times. Vary the seasons and assign the stars to their watches in the sky. Creator of day and night, who rolls light away from darkness and darkness from light. You cause day to pass and bring about night, distinguishing between day and night. Source of all forces is your name. O living and ever-enduring God, reign over us forever and ever. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who brings on twilight. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'ma'ariv ha'ravim. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo, Yisrael. All right, let's just see if there's anybody on our restream. Sharon and Ellen Rose, good evening. I'm glad you're joining us tonight. Ellen Rose, wherever you are, it's wonderful that you're here. Brady, welcome this evening. I'm glad you can join us. Okay, let's go back to share. And now the prayer that states our creed, not a prayer to ask, but a prayer to give our statement, the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom forever and ever. And you shall love. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently to your children. And you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you rise up, and when you lie down. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments and be holy, holy unto your God. And as the women went through the parting of the Red Sea, another miracle of Adonai, they sang, Mi chamocha ba'alim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, no ra tehilot, oseh feleh. Malchutecho ra'u beinecha, bokeam yam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Ze Elianu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'achamidenu malkeinu l'chaim, uvdosh aleinu sukat shlomecha. Adonai, bless us in these troubled times. Please look upon us and grant us peace, serenity, kindness, free of war, free of disease. Please, Adonai, protect us. You are our saving power. You are compassionate. Guard our coming and our going, and help us by spreading us over your shelter of peace. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who spread your shelter of peace over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Yitgadal v'yitgada shemei Rabbah b'yamad v'yamutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yo omechon uv'chayedecha beit Yisrael ba'gala uv'izman kariv v'yimaru amen Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach Le'olam le'al maya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yapar v'yiroman v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalam shmei d'kudusha b'richu le'lam b'chol b'chata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram b'alma v'yimaru amen. Okay, and of course the technology just doesn't want to work. And now our standing prayer. So please rise unless the body just doesn't allow it and remain seated and comfortable. Here we are reminding Adonai that the Avot v'Imaot, our ancestors, were given promises. And we're trying to remind Adonai, that is our mishpocha, that promises were made. We're hoping promises will be kept. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibur v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei HaKol, v'Zocher Chazdei Avot v'Imaot, U'Mevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Be'ezrat Sarah. And now we are reminding ourselves that Adonai is the only superpower that we need. Adonai gives strength to the living. Adonai is the one that we turn to when we need our help. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayeh hakol atarav lahoshia, mechakeh chayim bechesed, mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim berofei cholim, umatir asurim, umkayim emunato, Lishenei afar, michamocha bal givurot, umido melach, melech memid, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'nemana v'ne'eman ata lahayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol. And now we stop our sharing. We say hi to our friends on Restream. We lost Restream. It came back, Restream. So if you wrote something, friends, please let me know, because I lost the your conversations. Good evening, everybody. This Torah portion is called Tetzeva. Last week in Parsha Teruma, we studied the construction of the tabernacle. The table, the menorah, the altar were also described as how to be constructed. The details were exact, made of gold, copper, wood, and fine linens. Designs, measurements, and carvings were precise in depiction. This week in Parsha Tetzeva, the details of Aaron's garments as the high priest, HaKohen HaGadol. We're informed of the garments of his sons and what is to be sacrificed and when, and the utilizing of incense by the high priest. Garments to be worn include an ephod, linens, gold rings, stones in an engraved breastplate, and head covering. When reading the Torah, it is a mirror of life thousands of years ago. The description of the garments sound foreign to us, hard to imagine. Was it familiar with the children of Israel? Were these typical of the times of the other countries? Was this the garment of the many religions of the time? But the people knew, they knew that clothing made the person. But the people, Aaron's garments would set him aside. Only when wearing the high priest's vestments in full could he enter the tabernacle. It set him aside for sacrifices, lighting the menorah, and burning incense. Full cycle. Today we see the semblance of these garments. Jews dress the Torah with ornaments as Aaron wore. We keep the symbols that kept Aaron and his sons different from other men. We honor HaKohen HaGadol as we honor our Torah. Please note that the Catholic Church has prescribed similar vestments for the hierarchy of their priesthood, but that's davening in a different shul. Dr. Andrew Weil says, the positive aspect of clothing is to fashion on how you view yourself. Wearing the jersey of your favorite sports team or the number of your favorite player. It makes you feel proud. Who wouldn't feel pride wearing a Yankees t-shirt during the World Series, or a shirt showing off your favorite band or political philosophy, or clothing that makes you look so exceptional? Who would get tired of the compliments? Rabbi Dov Ber Pinson wrote in Energy of the Week, higher garments indicate position of what a person does. They are garments for a higher occasion. A Supreme Court judge wears a special garment to sit on the bench, the wedding gown of a bride, the kittel worn on Yom Kippur, the garments made for HaKohen HaGadol. Rav Dov Ber Pinson also writes, at their highest state, garments can be an expression of one's innermost self. Aaron's vestments gave him a higher state. Conversation, daily chores, and everyday food was not allowed to Aaron while he was wearing his priestly garments. As Aaron donned them, they were an expression of his innermost self. How do we express our innermost selves? HaKohen HaGadol was in a higher state, in a state of holiness. How can we transform ourselves, our inner self? Is it as simple as wearing special clothing, or perhaps having deeper meanings, as in meditation? Should we eat special food or honor traditions? We should approach Adonai with as much reverence and respect as Aaron, wearing his garments, approaching the tabernacle. How you get there is a special journey you all need to take, as individual as the garments we wear that make us special. So to reach that higher level, how could we do it? I'll ask my Zoom people, since they could talk to me. What could you do to get that higher level for yourself? Everyone's quiet.
Be the guiding light and show everybody else the positives.
So you said be the guiding light.
Yes.
Oh, I like that. Can you explain, Toby? How would you be a guiding light?
Like do your best.
Okay.
Respect people, treat people as individuals.
May I suggest there's a word called midot.
Midot.
Jewish values. Jewish values, observing Jewish values. That's something, Toby, I want you to be looking up in your book.
Okay.
M-I-D-O-T. Anyone else? How could you reach that level individually? Music sometimes does that. It puts you on a different plane, Ellen Rose says. Especially Jewish music. I love when we go to shul and we sing together. I love that. That puts me in a higher place. I had a rabbi that would say it would make him feel Jewy. Anyone else? How about observing holidays? If you, I've never been, like I grew up never being kosher for Passover. Got married, had a child, and decided we're going to try it. Made the holiday special. Speaking of, that was my son. Okay, so observing the holidays, doing something a little different for Shabbat. You know, whether it's like you're not going to turn on electricity, or maybe you just won't do business. So there's different ways. Study Torah. Study, well, there's so much to study. Attend shul. Just can all bring you to a higher place. Okay, let's get going. And now let's take a few minutes to listen to the prayers in our hearts and in our minds. Oh, say shalom b'mrumah, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the one who causes peace to reign in the high heavens, let peace descend on us and all Israel, and let us say, amen. And now a prayer for healing. So I'm going to take this off the screen. I'm going to start with my Mishabera list, and then I'd like you to have your own Mishabera list. So I'm going to start with Sid and Joyce, Katie and Luna, Chris, Robin, Elizabeth's daughter, Ronnie, Seal's daughter, Diane, Rabbi Allison's daughter, Miriam Bachulamit, Carrie, daughter of Bonnie, Leslie, and Sheila. So if there's anybody else you want to add, let me go to Restream. Okay. Chuck's wife, Dorothy, Marlene, Jean, David, John, Kedem. And for the people who would do harm to others, may they have a change of heart and are transformed. Okay. Anybody else who wants to?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ellen.
Carol Pontius.
Okay. Anybody else? If you're on the Zoom, you could type it in. All who are suffering physically and emotionally around the world. Marvin, you always have a few names. Why don't you unmute yourself and say them? Marvin's having trouble unmuting. Marvin, you're muted. I can't hear you.
Karen Quinn,
Go
Dawn
ahead.
Allnut, Nelson Rispoldo.
Very good. Let's see, let me look at this one. We have Jaffe and Meyerowitz families, Jessica, Louise, Hank, Brady's dad, and Ellen, and also all Sim Shalomis who are in need of refuah shlema. All right, let's go back. Is everybody muted? Okay, share. Mishe beirach avotenu v'chol habraha limotenu. May the source of strength be who bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe beirach imotenu v'chol habraha li'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotze breshit, shelo asanu kikoye haratzot, v'lo samanu ki mishpachot hadama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kichol hamanam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'eman v'haya Adonai l'melech ha'oretz, V'yom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, U'shmo echad. We recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise Adonai and pray for the coming of Adonai's kingdom. If you are observing a yurtzeit, please unmute yourself and say the name of your beloved. And if you're in Restream, type in the name of your beloved.
Esther Miriam Bas Moshe Bas Pearl.
Okay. Is there any other?
Maureen McManus.
Okay, no other? Okay, we'll continue on. Yit Gadal v'Yikadash Shemei Rabbah v'Yalmad Yivra Hirutei v'Yamlichma Kutei v'Chayechon uv'Yomechon uv'Chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael Bagalav Zman Kari v'Yimru. Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mivarach Le'olam Al Mei Amaya Yit Barak v'Yishtabach v'Yabar v'Yiraman v'Yitnasei v'Yitadar v'Yitalei v'Yitalal Shemei Dekudusha B'Riachu Le'ela Michol B'Chata V'Shirata Tush B'Chata V'Nechamata Tamiram V'Alma V'Yimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabbah Min Shemaya V'Chayim Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael V'Yimru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Mumav Huya Aseh Shalom Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael V'Yimru Amen. And may all those who are in mourning be comforted by the one who comforts all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, oh, and I am going to mention Lowell. Okay, Ephraim ben Yusser and Lowell ben Sally Vebatan. Well, everybody, thank you. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. It's been a pleasure to share this time with you. Check us out on JSLI page. We have rabbinic classes, cantorial classes, J-Leap classes, our pre-rabbinic courses, conversion. We're just all over the place. So join us. It's an amazing, we have amazing groups, amazing programs. Be well, everybody. Shavua Tov. Have a great week. Be safe, be happy. And Toby, give me 5 minutes and I'll be there.
Okay.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi.